Picture this: Judith Glaser sits across a boardroom table in New York, watching two executives locked in a tense standoff. Their words are missiles, leaving a trail of suspicion. But then Judith nudges them into a different kind of conversation, one that rewires their brains for trust and collaboration. What if every chat you have could transform not only your work but your life? Let's unlock that secret. Before you crack open any conversational tricks, you've got to meet your brain's backstage players, primitive fears and higher reasoning locked in a daily duel. Judith shares a vivid story from a tech firm in Silicon Valley where a simple feedback session spiraled into shutdown mode. CEO Mark's offhand criticism triggered employees' amygdalas, the brain's ancient alarm system, sending them into defensive survival, killing creativity instantly. Think of the brain's trust system like a bank vault. When conversations build deposits of safety and respect, the vault swings open for ideas and empathy. But if fear-driven talk creeps in, the vault slams shut, locking everyone out, no matter how smart the team is. When teams learn to speak in ways that soothe the brain's threat response, they unlock not just cooperation, but sharper judgment, empathy, and partnership, raising their collective intelligence. It's the difference between idle chatter and transformative dialogue. Now that you know what kills conversations, let's meet the magic rituals that switch your talk from survival mode to partnership power. In a global consulting firm, Judith coached leader Maria on strategic listening, actively responding to what employees said instead of planning her rebuttal. The shift melted client resistance and flipped negotiations from tug-of-war into trust triathlon. Imagine your mind as a garden. Assumptions plant weeds, rigid, blind, and invasive. Curiosity, it's the gardener digging deep, watering openness. This habit feeds the brain's higher circuits, blooming insights you'd miss if you're stuck in judgment weeds. Every word you choose carves new neural grooves. Judith points out how phrases like "help me understand" instead of "you're wrong" don't just sound nicer. They physically soften brain activity, building pathways for empathy and cooperation instead of conflict. Here's the kicker: mastering conversational intelligence doesn't just fix calls and meetings. It reshapes your whole world, from your toughest coworker to your closest friend. Judith recalls a healthcare team in Chicago that doubled their patient satisfaction scores. When they embraced conversational rituals to build trust daily, they didn't just work better. They transformed their whole care culture, proving trust fuels performance exponentially. In a tense boardroom in Boston, conflict wasn't shutdown but ignition. By using trust interrupts, pauses that reset fear responses, teams learned to turn clashes into springboards for creative solutions, rather than avoidance or shutdown. Conversational intelligence plants seeds of possibility that grow into entire company cultures and movements. Judith closes with a challenge. Every chat you have can ripple out to transform relationships, organizations, even the world, if you talk with intention. Remember those two executives in New York stuck in a war of words? When Judith flipped their conversation into a trust ritual, their brains rewired. In minutes, they shifted from opponents to collaborators. You can create that moment too. Tonight, next time you're stuck in a tough chat, pause, ask one simple question: help me understand. Watch how that cracks the door open. Welcome to your next level conversational intelligence. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.